Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Hey, as you can tell, today we're going to be taking a look at a flashlight. We're going to be taking a look at the OrcaTorch T20 tactical flashlight, to be exact. Now, the OrcaTorch was provided to me by Outdoor Equipment Expert, a store on Amazon, so I greatly appreciate them allowing me to check out this light. They are an official retailer of the OrcaTorch. Now, let's zoom out here, and we're going to kind of start with a little bit of an unboxing, just to see what comes in this hard case. As you can see, it comes in a hard plastic case. You open it up, and this is what we got inside. We'll zoom in so you can get it just a little bit better look there. So, first off, everything that comes in, you're going to get this nylon sheath, hook and loop closure. It's pretty sturdy, pretty heavy duty. Got a belt loop there, which has a snap with a little bit of hook and loop as added protection, added closure, I guess. A little bit of stretchy there. And its case is really kind of similar, you know, to, I mean, you got the foam padding and everything to protect anything. That's pretty cool. Get a lanyard, little wrist lanyard there. Now, what I think is pretty darn cool is with the OrcaTorch. Well, here we go. We'll keep with the little stuff. Got a couple of extra O-rings there. But as I was gonna say, what's really cool about the OrcaTorch is you get a dual 18650 battery charger with it. That's pretty sweet. Not only do you get the charger, but they give you two 18650 batteries to go along with your OrcaTorch. And then, of course, we have the flashlight itself. So let's get the case out of the way. Some pretty cool stuff in the case. A lot of good accessories. Now, as you can see here, you've got the OrcaTorch flashlight. It's made of aircraft grade anodized aluminum. It's got an anti-abrasive finish on it. Got tail switch. Turn it on and off. There you can tell you got a momentary on. And then you have this switch here, which changes your mode. So it's actually a 2-switch light. One for on and off, and one to change your modes. Now you've got this tactical ring right here. And I'll talk about it a little bit later, but you have, it kind of gives you your anti-roll. Now, one thing, we'll discuss this tactical ring a little bit later. Then you also have stainless pocket clip right there. Got heat dissipation fins on the head. Got some decent texturing to help you get a grip on it. There you go, OrcaTorch T20. Got a nice crenulated bezel here in case you would need to use it as a potential striking tool. Now, as I said, this operates on one 18650 battery. They give you two, which is pretty cool, but it also operates on two CR123A batteries or two 16340 batteries, but the 18650s are provided. You've got one Cree XM L2 LED. Now this light has a few kind of, not necessarily modes, but protection devices, stuff like that. It has a memory, so if you shut it off in turbo, it turns back on in turbo. You also have overheat protection, which is nice. Over discharge protection. Reverse polarity protection in case you put the battery in backwards. And the anti-roll, which I was saying, kind of your tactical ring there, kind of keeps you from rolling it away. Now, the modes of operation, and we'll see where we're at, but you have turbo, which is 980 lumens and has a runtime of 1 hour and 35 minutes. You have high, which is 350 lumens, 3 hours of runtime. Medium, 50 lumens, 22 hours and 20 minutes of runtime. And then you have low, which is basically your moonlight, low light, which is 2 lumens, and it has a 275 hours of runtime in low light. Dang. That's a lot of runtime. Now, of course, you also have a strobe mode, which is 980 lumens, and an SOS, which is 980 lumens as well. So let's see here. Now we've got it on. That's how you, with the tail switch, use the forward switch to change it. There's your low mode, 2 lumens. Medium, 50 lumens. High, 350 lumens. Turbo, 980. And then it automatically goes, it doesn't step back down, it automatically goes from low, or from turbo back to low. So there you go. There's our medium. To change modes, or to go into SOS, push and hold, a strobe, push again, and that puts you into SOS mode. Push again, and you go right back into your regular, normal, medium mode. Now we're going to go outside. We're going to take a little bit look at this. There, we'll go back to, and then off. One click, and like I said, you do have a momentary, which is half push, and you get a momentary on function. You've got an IPX8 waterproof, 2 meters. It's impact resistant, 1 meter. It has an advertised beam distance of 281 meters. Let's get some measurements on this guy. So real quick, I'm going to take a look at it here. Total length, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just shy of 6 inches. Right about 6 inches total length. Width at the tail, about 3/4 of an inch. And width here, we're looking at width at the lens, right about 1.5 inches. So it's a pretty good size light. We'll get a weight on it. And it does have one 18650. That's what I'm running it on right now. One of those provided. So right about 8 ounces total weight with the 18650 installed. Now, my take on it, guys. Now this is to me, it's a really solid flashlight. It would make a good car, home, backpack flashlight. A little too big to maybe EDC. Now it does come with a pouch for the sheath, so you can EDC it like on your belt or something like that. Now I'm not big on pouch carry, I guess. I mean, I don't carry a lot of fixed blades and sheaths. You probably know that story already. But I don't like multi-tools and stuff like that. I don't carry them on my belt. I just don't carry a whole lot on my belt. With work and stuff like that, it doesn't work out a lot. So for me, to EDC, if I were going to EDC this, I personally would take the tactical ring off, because as you can see, I mean, it stands up pretty good in your grip. In my grip, anyway. It's not really the most comfortable. You can pull it off. It can be on or it can be off. The one thing that I will tell you that I discovered is you have to make sure this tactical ring is down tight. Because if you don't, and then you just tighten this down, it feels solid. But it won't. The flashlight won't turn off because the tail cap's not seated correctly. When I first got this, see that? There we go. Obviously, I didn't do that hard enough because I charged the battery, put it in, turned it on, nothing. Didn't work. I'm like, uh-oh. Well, it's just because I didn't have this tactical ring tightened down all the way. It was sitting there. I tightened the tail cap down, made sure the tail cap was tight, you know, so it was making good contact. Well, then it pretty much locked this into position where it was. Yeah, it wasn't down all the way. So it wasn't letting the tail cap properly seat. So, lesson learned. If you're going to have the tactical ring on it, make sure it is tightened all the way down and it holds that pocket clip on. So, lesson learned from me to you. Okay? There we go. I do like the multiple battery options. I mean, 18650, two CR123As, or two 16340s. A lot of options. You know, a lot of you have a lot of different batteries for a lot of different flashlights. Well, this takes a multitude, well, 3. That's a multitude of different types of batteries, which I think that is very cool. It gives you options. Definitely gives you options. As I said, if I were going to carry this, I would remove the tactical ring. If you remove it all the way, put the tail cap on, it's fine. Works just fine. But I probably would, because I'll lose the anti-roll feature, basically. But, I mean, it's personal preference. I'm not crazy about the tactical ring on there. Other than that, really, really solid flashlight, really good flashlight. We're going to go outside, and I'll show you some outdoor footage, some beam shots and stuff. Well, let's do that right now, okay? Hang on a second, guys. All right, here we are, guys. We're outside in the outdoor testing laboratory, also known as my yard. And as of right now, I have no light. This is pretty much as dark as it gets. Now, I'll turn that on. Now that is low mode, and I started right at my feet. Don't know. No, you can't quite make out the fence there, and I'm probably about 30 feet from my fence right now. So we'll go. Oh, I gotta get the tails. Now there, that's low, or that's medium. Excuse me. There's 50 lumens. I said my fence is about approximately 30 feet away. There's the trees, the tree line. That's approximately about 50 feet away. Now there is high. And as we go down here, you see that shines down into the trees a good ways. 350 lumens. And then turbo. I mean, it pretty much lights that whole area up. Now as you see there, I'm trying to get it out. We got a decent amount of flood. You've got a good beam, but then you also have a decent amount of flood coming off that light. So there you go. That's low. There's medium. Just starting to see those trees. Now that tree is about 50 feet away. Those trees are probably about 70 feet out there. There's medium, or high, excuse me. Out there, 350, and then turbo, 980 lumens. Good beam, good flood. This thing's putting out, and you can see up there in the trees, you can see the arc, and that's going up pretty high. So you got a pretty decent amount of flood, as I said. So there you go, guys. That's kind of our beam shots. we'll take it back in the house real quick. Well, there you go, guys. As you could see from those beam shots, I mean, this puts out a pretty decent amount of light. It's got a good center beam. It's got a really decent flood arc around it. I mean, when I was pointing it straight ahead, the flood was reaching pretty high up into the trees. It was reaching up there. Probably, wow, man, I would say that had to be reaching 30 foot from that distance. It was, those trees were approximately, I said 50 feet away, and it was reaching 30 feet up into the trees, at least. So good amount of light. Now Blue, he dug the OrcaTorch as well. He gave it an 8.5. Probably would have ranked it a little higher. The one thing he was kind of iffy on was the 2 different switches. You know, you got one switch for on and off, and you got one switch to change your modes. So, now this retails for about $70 on Amazon, from Amazon, on Outdoor Equipment Experts Amazon shop. Now, they were kind enough to offer me a 10% discount code. That will be down in the description of this for any of you that want to actually check out the OrcaTorch T20. So that was very nice of them. And there's going to be a whole bunch of links down in the description, guys. I'll leave a link to Outdoor Equipment Experts Amazon store where you can find the OrcaTorch. I'll put the coupon code down in the description. And I'll leave a couple of links to Outdoor Equipment Expert so you can check the Amazon's, their store out a little bit more. So let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. $70, you get a decent amount for your money when it comes to the OrcaTorch. Like I said, not only get the flashlight in this protective case, you get the dual charger, 18650 charger, 2 18650 batteries, lanyard, the sheath, a nice case. Not bad. And if you save 10% when ordering, that knocks it down to almost $60. So not too bad of a deal. But as I said, let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. As always, thank you very much for spending some time with me today, checking out the OrcaTorch T20 tactical flashlight. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I love talking to y'all. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.